much, how much money would you reasonably spend for a pair of for a pair of sunglasses? How much money would you reasonably spend for a pair of sunglasses?
I think maybe I think 100 or 200 uh spend for a pair of glasses.
Okay, I would maybe spend between 100 or 200 for a pair of sunglasses. It's good that you included that at the end. 100, 200 what? Yuan.
Yuan.
Yeah.
Uh,
Okay. And is that expensive or not?
Actually, I think
Hmm.
not expensive, but if you buy a branch,
A brand?
no branch 品牌, like Prada or Fendi or Chanel, you the maybe you will spend a lot of money for a pair of glasses.
Okay. So try again. I would maybe spend,
I will maybe spend between 100 to 200 yuan for a pair of glasses.
yeah,
Prada and Fendi and Chanel could they cost a lot more.
how much more?
Um,
In your estimation, about
to
3,000
3,000.
for a cheaper for a cheaper set. Like
Oh,
anything less than anything less you couldn't get a pair of Prada sunglasses for less than 3,000. You could maybe get a pair of Prada for 50,000.
yeah,
The price can only go up, but it can't be lower than 3,000.
yeah,
So by comparison, right? By
yeah.
comparison, um, 100 a 100 yuan set of sunglasses would be very cheap.
Okay.
Why would you only buy a cheap pair of sunglasses?
Because I think the glasses is a fashion item and it not
Okay,
unnecessary for me.
good. So this is a complete answer here.
Oh, okay.
Uh, because you give the paraphrasing of the question, you answer the question
Yeah,
specific to your country. 100, 200 can mean anything. 100 and 200, 100 or 200 Thai baht would be about 1 yuan, right?
yeah.
In Thailand, 100 or 200 would be less than 10 yuan.
Mm.
Prada and Fendi and Chanel would cost a lot more.
Oh,
In my, yeah,
maybe I should say yuan to RMB.
absolutely. Yeah,
Oh,
well, one of the two is fine. One
oh,
of the
okay,
two is fine.
okay,
Uh, Yuan for a pair of sunglasses in my country,
okay.
right? I would maybe spend between 100 and 200 yuan for a pair of sunglasses in my country. Well, or we could just say, also we could say, cut that out. In my country, a designer brand such as Prada,
Oh,
Fendi, or Chanel would cost a lot more, comma,
yeah.
semicolon. In my estimation, about 300, yeah, in my estimation, about 3,000 for a cheaper set. By comparison, a 100 yuan set of sunglasses would be very cheap. The question is saying, like, well, the question says, do you spend a lot of money on sunglasses? And to get a low score, you can give a short answer. To get a high score, you would need to
Oh,
you would need to put it into the context of like um, how much do you spend on sunglasses and how much do you value sunglasses? and how much can you afford, right?
Okay.
So that's what this question does here. You don't really value sunglasses because it's not highly necessary for you. Also, you can't afford the designer brands. You can only afford the very low-end average set, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, this is like fully answering all requirements of this question. Okay, so we'll move on to another topic here. But you could this stem here. This is a question stem, right?
Correct.
So we could use this for how much money would you reasonably spend for a school textbook? How much would you reasonably spend for a school textbook?
No, because in from the one to no primary school to no
In your circumstances, how much would you spend? How much would you reasonably spend for a school textbook? Would you spend 1,000? Would you
no,
spend 100?
maybe it's free.
Okay, so just say that. In my country, school books on average are free.
And yeah, are free.
Okay. Have you ever spent any money on a school textbook?
Maybe I will buy some.
Remember to say I would if you're using the um, subjunctive, if you're using a hypothetical or imaginary, right? Not some, but a. I would buy a book for.
No, I maybe for teaching methods, other
Teaching
things.
materials. Teaching
But
material?
yeah,
Okay.
um, I think it can
I think these
this
kinds of books would
or
cost me about.
oh, also I should be say cost.
You want to say cost?
No, no, no. I think this kind of books could be
Mm-hmm.
cost me about 10 or to 20. No,
Mm-hmm.
30 maybe 30. And
30
then
RMB? 31?
yeah.
Okay. If bought online. Okay. Remember, at the store, it's going to cost a different amount. Because at the store, it will cost between 60 and 120.
Oh,
So be specific. How much would you reasonably spend for a new phone?
you
What kind of a phone do you have now?
Apple.
You have an Apple phone? Did you buy it yourself?
Yeah.
Did you buy it new?
No. Just 13.
It's a 13, right? A
Yeah.
used 13 version?
Yeah.
How much did that cost you?
9,000.
Mm.
So expensive. But I want to buy it because it the is my gift
Hmm.
for myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So you value your phone. Your phone is one of your most highly valued things that you own then, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So how much money would you reasonably spend for a new phone?
For me, I I would spend 19. Oh no, I would spend.
You could say between.
Oh, I
Like you wouldn't spend less than and you wouldn't spend more than. So you could say between
okay.
5,000 and
Five,
10,000.
yeah,
Would you
5,000.
spend 10,000?
Mm, I think it's very close to 10,000.
Okay. So I would spend between 5,000 to 10,000
Yeah.
for a phone. I would spend between 5,000 to 10,000 yuan for a phone. Is this expensive?
Actually expensive
Yeah.
than another phone made by Chinese.
Okay. So for an Apple phone, Apple phones on average
On average.
are much more expensive than
than
other
other
brands, right?
brands. Yeah,
But
but
I think, yeah, but I
I
think
think it can use a long time
can be used for a long time.
for a long time.
So,
So I think it's worth
okay, it is worth the
the
investment,
cost.
the
In
cost, or
cost.
the investment, right?
Yeah,
Okay. Now, um, the sunglasses are not necessary for you.
yeah,
The phone is necessary for you.
yeah.
So explain why the phone is necessary for you.
Because
The phone is very necessary for me because,
uh, because the phone is very useful.
okay, the phone is very necessary and useful for me.
Yeah.
I need it because, or I need it for,
Um. Here the phone have much function
yeah.
like can take picture and calling and call to someone
Hmm.
and um play again and watching movie and so on.
Okay. We've kind of distinguished between something that is unnecessary,
Yeah.
something that is uh, necessary and inexpensive, and something that is necessary and expensive, right?
Yeah.
So unnecessary, necessary and affordable or inexpensive, and necessary and expensive. And so you see the different kinds of answers here.
Yeah.
Let's try this again. How much money would you spend, reasonably spend for a new phone?
For me, I could spend between 5,000 to 10,000 yuan for an Apple phone. Apple phones' own advantages are much,
Average, on
uh,
average.
average are much more expensive than other brands. But I think it can be used for a long time. I think it is worth the cost. The phone is very necessary and useful for me. I need it for its functions such as taking photos, making calls, playing games, and enjoy films,
Hmm.
and so on.
Okay. Now this question says, do you give sunglasses as gifts? Right?
Yeah,
And the answer is no.
yeah.
So how can you develop this question? How can you develop your answer? What's the logical extension to I do not give sunglasses as gifts? Logically, the next thought should be, or the next question should be,
Oh,
not because sunglasses are unnecessary, but instead,
instead,
instead. Hmm.
I think the if I buy some, no, if I send a gift to someone, I
Hmm.
should buy expensive gift,
Hmm.
but the sunglass is so expensive to me.
Okay. Anyway, what would you, never mind the sunglasses, what would you give as a gift?
Um,
I should buy something expensive. In my country,
in my country,
yeah, a
I,
good gift, a
I
good
think
gift
it depends on different situation.
in your situation.
Oh, depend on in my
Well,
situation.
what's in your situation? In my country, a good gift would be to give, like, do you have any little nephews and nieces or, friends who are getting married,
Oh, also give,
birthdays? Yeah.
yeah, if in marriage,
Okay, but
I
what kind of a gift would you give?
um money. I just send them money,
Okay. Okay.
just a gift.
Yeah,
They
okay.
can
hmm
take the money to buy they want.
hmm Yeah. So, in my opinion,
Yeah.
money is a good
Good
gift
gift
because to
because
give, yeah, it's good to give because,
because they can take the money to get they want.
all right. So, do you give sunglasses as gifts? Do you give sunglasses as gifts?
No, no, I don't know. I don't.
hmm
Instead, if I was to buy a gift to someone, I should buy something expensive. In
Yeah.
my country, a good gift is actually money. In my
hmm
opinion, money is a good to give someone because they can take the money to get what they want and need.
Okay. So we don't need this.
Okay.
You wouldn't
Okay.
know that, right? In my country, a good gift is actually money. In my opinion, money is a good gift to give someone because they can take the money to get what they want and need. Sunglasses, by comparison, are rather cheap and unnecessary and would not be appreciated as gifts. Okay. So then you can answer that question
Okay.
completely
Okay.
by mentioning sunglasses, but don't like talk about sunglasses for a long time because that's missing the point.